Hey guys, so welcome to my first video. This is just going to be sort of my everyday go-to, what I would do for my makeup when I'm having sort of a lazy day, this sort of thing. So right now, I'm just going to be putting on my Naked Skin foundation by Urban Decay in shade 1. You would not believe how terrible it is trying to find foundation that matches me, because everything is too dark. I am sure there are other people that have these problems. But you know how it is, you always feel like you're the only one that it's like, no, why does the world hate me? So I'm just buffing that in with my Sigma Fleck Kabuki F80, which is actually a really good foundation brush. It's become my favorite one. Because it has like the flat top that you can really push the foundation into your skin, which is actually a lot better. It seems like it would be annoying trying to like just dab and pat and dab and rub and all of that, but it actually works very well, so don't knock it until you try it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, once I'm done with this, because apparently this is taking forever. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some of my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I have mine in the shade NW15. Again, you go for the pale one, that way you have like a little bit of the highlight with it, and it just has really good coverage. And one thing I actually learned from watching Jaclyn Hill's videos is that this concealer, it's supposed to have like a technology in it, that way it doesn't like crease or settle into fine lines. And that's why I do the same thing that she does, which is I use it just to go over my eyelids and that too. That way it's sort of like an eyeshadow primer, which actually works a lot better than you think it would in a concealer. You generally think like, oh no, I'm going to need to use like 2 products for it, but why wouldn't you just use one if you can only use one? So I'm applying that with another Sigma brush. This one is the Tapered Kabuki, the F86. And again, it's another habit that I picked up from Jaclyn Hill, because she's awesome. And if you do not know who she is, you need to go and find her, because she has amazing makeup videos. Okay, so I'm just bringing that a little bit down onto my chin, and then, you know, like around nose, a little bit on the upper lip. Just get rid of any areas where I think there might be a little bit additional redness. And just to sort of even out any little like blemishes that I have, all that sort of stuff. So that is that. And once I'm done with that, the next thing that I'm going to be taking out now is my MAC eyebrow pencil, and I have the shade Fling, which is actually, I have an issue again with like the paleness and the light blonde and that. Having like an eyebrow pencil that actually is not too dark for my eyebrows, which can be really annoying, because then you start to be like, oh, you're not a natural blonde, because they think like your eyebrows are the color that your hair is supposed to be, even though with blonde people, like, your eyebrows can sometimes be a little bit darker. But okay, so I'm just taking that right now and filling in sort of the outer tail, defining that arch area, and just going up and putting in anywhere that I think needs a little bit of extra something to just sort of fix my eyebrows. That's one thing that I actually never really used to do, is do my eyebrows. But it's a habit, once I started getting like really into makeup, I noticed that like eyebrows and that, even if you're being really lazy for the day, just putting in like a little bit on like the outer half of your eyebrow, just defining that area, will make you look a lot more put together with really minimal effort, which is very nice when you're trying to look for something that's minimal effort and still makes you look good. Because, you know, why wouldn't you want to do that? Who wouldn't want to put, like, no effort into your makeup? Or I guess, okay, shouldn't say no effort, because you're going to put a little bit of effort in. But just put, like, a little bit of work into it, and it'll look a lot better than if you had spent, like, however long doing this, like, amazing smoky eye thing, and it just left your eyebrows alone, because it just sort of makes, like, a disconnect with it then. Okay, anyways, that's my rant for the day. So I'm just going to, set my brows now with the Sephora. It's a translucent eyebrow gel. I've tried a couple of different ones. That one is my favorite so far, although it does leave a little bit of like a white residue afterwards. So I'm going to keep looking and seeing if I can find a bit of a better eyebrow gel. If any of you have suggestions, just maybe send like a comment below or find some way to let me know what sort of eyebrow gel that you like, because I am in the market. Okay. Okay. So once I'm done fiddling here, the next thing that I'm going to be moving on, once I have finished my work with my eyebrows. Come on, man. Stop looking at it. Okay. So, next thing that I'm going to be doing is contouring a little bit with a MAC bronzer. This one is actually in the shade Golden, and it's one of the bronzing powders. I wanted to check out like the Extra Dimension skin finishes in that, because I've heard that that's actually really good from that brand, and also just like the regular powders that you use for like setting foundation in that in a darker shade. I don't know. Because of how pale I am, sometimes bronzers can make me look a bit like muddy or even just like a bit orange. So that'll be another thing that will be changing in the near future, possibly. I need to wait until I have money, because I'm in school and I'm poor. But the next thing that I'm going to do is, since I used the concealer going over my eyes, I'm not going to worry about an eyeshadow primer, but I'm just going to take the fluffy brush, the Tapered Blending E40 from Sigma, and a little bit of the bronzer, and actually just put that in through my crease on my eyebrow, on my eyeball, on my eyelid. That way it gives just a little bit of extra shadowing, a little bit of extra something just on the eyelids, which I quite like. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm taking the MAC blush, and this is in the shade Peaches, which is just a little, oh god. Okay, funny story. So, my best friend from high school, still my best friend, but her nickname for me is Peaches, so I saw the blush and I'm like, I have to get it. Like, it's perfect. I just have to get it. But anyways, I'm just applying that with the powder brush that I have, and it's a Sephora Professional. The powder extra large 49. I don't know. I think you're probably not supposed to use a powder brush for applying like your bronzer and your blush, but I don't really care because I'm cheap and I don't want to spend more money on blush brushes when this works if you just kind of squish it a bit. So after that, I'm now just going in with a mascara, and this is the Zoom Lash by MAC, and it's just in the Zoom Black, like the regular black color. And I'm going to apply that onto my upper and lower lashes. Now, I don't really bother with curling my eyelashes on days that I'm not putting like a lot of effort into makeup or like putting on fake eyelashes or anything. That's just too much work for like your general whatever kind of days. So if you feel like curling your eyelashes beforehand, you can go ahead, like there's no really right or wrong sort of thing for it. But I just really didn't want to go into the effort today while I was doing this. So yeah, just putting some of that on the upper and lower lashes. Then I'm going to just sort of even out, or, you know, look out the window, because why not? So, now that that is done, oh, no, not quite. Okay, so now that that's done, this is going to be my finished look. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I'll be coming back with more makeup looks soon. Okay, bye everyone!